we see Division 1, the fourth game about to begin, Robert. We do see Magnus switch strategies. It's the Reti opening as he brings his knight out.
And I was wondering if he'd play in English. He says, David, your guess is not going to be correct this time either, but we have a slower approach on the left-hand side from Magnus Carlsen, and I'm looking at the right-hand side. That game is really tactical, and Denis Lazovic down under a minute. He's such a tenacious defender. We did just see him win a game that was just truly absurd, checkmating Wesley So, who blundered mate 1. But as we look at the live board on the right-hand side, David, I mean, that white king, it may not be that much longer for the board if Denis makes a single mistake.
Yeah, Denis Lazovic, he won the unwinnable position just one game ago, but he's going to have to do it all over again. The eval bar on the right side of your screens, it might say level, but very much Wesley So having all the fun. And Magnus Carlsen, Alireza Firouzja, no fireworks on that board in the early stages. Robert, we see a double fianchetto. Magnus putting both of his bishops on the longest diagonal, I'm going to say. And yeah, that game yet to warm up.
No, this is just black taking control of the center. White can strike with a move like pawn to d4 to challenge that center, but nothing major, at least at the moment. And we now have, alright, it's half like B3 Cowboy, half in English, David, so we're both kind of right?
I'm going to say we're both fully right there. We knew Magnus's strategy at least. We might not have got the move order correct, but move order, schmooth order. I mean, here, it's just a very, very tense position. It's almost a reverse Sicilian, a close Sicilian where, yeah, the tension at least will be pushed until the middle game.
Okay, so these two are going at it. We still see the early stages, trying to figure out an exact plan. And I just want to quickly go back to our view of the second division, because that one started board, things are fizzling out. So Dennis with great defense for now, because there could still be an attack against his king. But now we're in even material, David. So the piece has been restored, and that might mean Armageddon in Division 2.
Armageddon very likely now, imminent almost, and it's not just because Dennis has given back the piece, but also because he's got stuff off the board. White's king now still looks a bit awkwardly placed in the corner, but Black simply doesn't have enough ammunition to attack it. So still I would say Wesley so slightly with the upper hand. The game might continue for a while, but Armageddon definitely a big favourite, so we will update everyone for sure. If any twists and turns appear, Robert, just as the Black Queen dives in, I wouldn't relax yet if I were Denis Lazovic.
It is impossible to relax, like in that position on the right-hand side, because Dennis has 20 seconds, and there are all sorts of threats. So these games we see on the left-hand side, early going, on the right-hand side, late stages, and maybe the queens come off, and then we can note that these players will likely make a draw with just the remaining material on the same side of the board, so the bishops can't flex their might. But Wesley...
5 seconds now, Alireza with just 2 seconds on the clock. My first inclination would be to trade rooks, just because I'm scared of a counterattack against the white king, but Magnus, he could well be tempted to push first. Still, just 2 squares away from touchdown, 2 moves away from glory, potentially. Can he trade queens, Robin? Queen to d7, queen to d8 look tempting. You don't want to allow any counterplay, but with queens off, there we go.
Oh, nice try from Firouzja. 5 seconds. 5 seconds from Magnus as well. He's in time to all of a sudden, and if the queens are traded, the Black King is in time, so he plays g4, which is a great move. And how Alireza proceeds, I think you can even trade queens, but there's the outside pawn.
Wow, a few seconds each. Magnus reacts. Has he missed this move? There's going to be a bunch of checks. White is still winning, but Magnus doesn't realize the White King has to run. Sprint forward.
He turns to the wrong square. Yeah, f2 comes with a check, the king goes back to e2, but that was a mistake. Every single obvious-looking move is wrong.
Wow, Alireza had a draw by a miracle there. We'll show that later, hopefully. But Magnus now, the king is going to run behind enemy lines to seek safety. If the checks dry out, White wins. White makes a second queen with check, and it's over. I think we're going to see the last few moves of this grand final of the Julius Baer Generation Cup, Robert.
Oh, only a few checks remain. The White King has snaked out and is helping to promote a new pawn. This has been incredible, David. First, he saves that endgame, that finding that the king could hide in the corner, and now he finds that his king can hide behind enemy lines, and the checks are running out.
Be careful, don't step forward, you would lose the game. Magnus would have been checkmated if he walked forward to the f7 square. Now he's zigzagging his way back to safety, but maybe I called it too soon. It's not yet over. He's yet to find a safe haven for his king. He needs to hide behind the black e-pawn, potentially, just to get in and back and use that pawn as a shield.
And it's almost like a checkmate against that white king over there, but it cannot be caught, and the king is doing exactly what you said, David. It is running to the other side. You don't get a new queen for that, but you will get a new queen when that pawn successfully goes to e8. But the checks have continued.
Wow, the checks have continued, but no more, and Magnus Carlsen wins on time, wins the Baer Generation Cup. It was a king walk, it was close. Magnus, a sigh of relief on his face, Robert, but a deserved winner in the end after an epic battle. Alireza came so close, showed such good chess.